Hello and welcome to AI Tool Sneak Peek, our weekly series in which we show and tell some cool AI tool capabilities. Today, we talk about how to use AI-powered browsing as your work companion. Before I come to what AI-powered browsing is, I'll take a step back. November 2022, when ChatGPT was launched, it was predominantly a text-based chatbot. And the only mode that it supported at that time was text to text, which means that you give an input prompt in text and you get a processed response in text alone. But over a period of time, just in the last 2 years, these AI chatbots have evolved significantly, so much so that uh, there are different modalities at play here. And what do I mean by modalities? That modern chatbots in 2025 do not only support text to text transformation, which has become a basic feature, but they also support text to video, text to image. I know there are image based transformation. You reverse is also possible. You put an image, you get a text back as a description, or audio based transformation. You can convert an audio to text, or or even video to text. And these modalities, and there are like different apps that do different things, or in some cases a platform like ChatGPT does a lot of these transformation just within one platform itself. And as the newer modalities are coming into picture, the question also arises: is it possible to convert text inputs to mouse clicks, keyboard strokes, which means that can you use by simple plain English and have AI model um, do actions on you, do mouse clicks, keyboard strokes on your behalf and complete a task. And this is something which is uh, very fundamental to AI powered browsing, the term that I use when I introduce the topic that I'm talking about today. Okay. And, uh, and that is what I want to share in by means of today's AI tool sneak peek, where we'll explore one recent tool which has come in that makes AI powered browsing, or it is also known as different names, possible. So, what are the different names by which AI powered browsing is being referred to in today's times? I'll track back a little bit of history since October 2024. October 2024 is when a company named Anthropic released their, for the first time in a public domain, a capability called as computer use, which means that AI model, which is Claude, Sonnet, or on your behalf, can do actions on you on the computer. And then a few weeks before today, OpenAI came up with, I believe it was in January, a capability called as Operator. So Operator, what does it do? It is also an agent which OpenAI calls a browser use agent. That is, it can um, do actions on your behalf uh, just on the basis of the text input that you have given it. Okay, and and this space is evolving very fast. Okay, and let me show you how we can see. Maybe let me show you this capability in action as we speak. Okay, there are few options like I said, but I want to show you a very recent app which has come in, or a recent agent which has come in, which can do uh, the browser actions on your behalf on the basis of English commands that you give it. And this capability, this tool is a UK-based company called as Convergence.ai. And very recently, they have come up with a browser use agent, which is available publicly for anyone to try this. They have a free tier for browser-based agent. And why is that a big deal, having a free tier? Because both Anthropic and OpenAI does not allow you to preview browser-based agent on a free tier. Um, uh, for example, in case of OpenAI, Operator browser use agent is available only for $200 subscription. If you have a $200 subscription, you can use and try that. Okay, and this company called as Convergence.ai was in news recently. It's a London-based startup which has introduced a tool called as Proxy 1.0, which is an AI web agent that significantly advances the field. I'm just reading out the stuff of AI technology. It basically perform web-based tasks autonomously, including clicking, scrolling, typing, browsing, and the ability to integrate with any app that requires login, and which is quite significant. I think I when Anthropic's capability came, they computer use capability, they allowed to use computer use only by means of having building an app, and it required a very complex sort of a setup to make that possible. I did do that in October, and had shared a demo on that. Whereas OpenAI's, it is still not out for public to use. It is quite guarded at the moment. Only very few premium or subscription users or pro subscription user can use it. So Convergence really lifts the bar here. I think some people say that Convergence is another deep seek moment for OpenAI because this is a very small company, has raised approximately 20 $24 million capital with just in 24 engineers. They have been able to come up with this capability, which works flawlessly well. Okay, and what use cases can you use this for, right? And this capability is available. If you look back at the demos which OpenAI has come up with, and a lot of demos that they have given is the convenience type demos. For example, you can give it a text command, and the operator, which is OpenAI's browser agent, can go and book Uber cab for you, or it can go and book doing the mouse clicks, hotel table for you, etc. And they have come up with some partnerships too. But I think when I looked at these use cases, it didn't appeal too much to me because I'm not going to use that at least at this stage for booking a cab, etc. So I figured out there are some really cool use cases you can do with computer use. And what are those use cases? For example, if you are a developer and you are working on, for example, a code, building something, and you're required to search something over, uh, you are required to search something on the GitHub that can help you do your job better. And while you're working on the code, you can give the task of searching and sifting through GitHub to the browser use agent. And you don't have to monitor what it is doing because it is designed to help you achieve the task that you've asked to do by clicking doing the mouse clicks and etc. on your behalf. So what I'm showing right now is proxy.convergence.ai user interface. I did show a little coding interface. I was just trying to build a vision testing app using ChatGPT Canvas, and just to simulate that condition of a or a situation of a coder who is working to build something, and he or she needs to browse GitHub to figure out few more additional details that can help them do the job better. Before I come to how we can do that, so this is how the interface of Convergence looks like. You can access this. You can go to convergence.ai and then click, click this button which is there called as Meet Proxy, which I'll just try to demonstrate here. And okay, in this, if you just click on Meet Proxy, it takes you to an interface which looks a bit like this. As you can see, there are on the left-hand side, there are completed tasks. And like ChatGPT, like all the modern day chatbots, there is a chat interface here. And there is also a sensitive data disclaimer, which is there, which is a good kind of place to remind people not to share any stuff that you would not want to share. And then I think there are, a lot of places they have clubbed together the use cases that you can use it for. Okay, one of the things that I, intend to show you is that a developer working and then he or she needs to find GitHub, search GitHub and find libraries that automate CI/CD pipelines and list their supported platforms, etc. Latest updates and user rating in a table. Okay, this is a task that I give an agent, and I've already written this prompt down for the demo purposes. And if all that I need to do is to just say enter, and this whole the proxy, which is the Convergence.AI's browser-based agent, it starts the process of accessing the browser on my behalf. In case you're wondering why I'm not seeing the user clicks, two reasons. One is, the browser clicks. Two reasons. One is that, it is still figuring out the initial steps that it needs to take to go to and how it'll, go ahead and do the steps. Now you can see on the right-hand side, there is some actions happening. And just to remind you, these actions do not happen on your laptop right now. I think it is happening in a safe, containerized environment, in which is hosted by Convergence. And this is exactly the same way the Anthropic's computer use also works. And as far as I have saw on the operators demo, that's how it works. And what it is doing right now is it has carving out the steps on what it needs to do from the query that I have given it. And it is starting the process, like as you can see on the right-hand side, it is starting the entire process. And, it has, I believe, already reached GitHub site. It is doing the search and taking these actions on your behalf. And mind you, I think when you started this whole process, you were working, the scenario was that you were working on something else. And since you have initiated this part, and Convergence will do everything, all the action for you, and you come back here and continue to do the work that you were doing while this get executed at the background. And that's where the whole value comes in, that there is a operator, and I use the word agent many times, that is acting on your behalf autonomously, and it's figuring out a way. When I say figuring out a way, in agents like computer use, there are fallback mechanisms in place. For example, it is going to search and it is not able to find something. It will by its own find alternate paths to reach the goal it has been given, and you don't need to kind of constantly monitor and figure out. And in case it needs your input and help, it will come and prompt you, ask you how it is doing. And let us go back and see what it did. Okay, so I think it has searched the GitHub libraries, Python CI/CD automation libraries, and it found a couple of them here. I can go ahead and check whether the response is right or not before I kind of decide to give it more high stakes task. But I think you can see this is what I asked, like the table, and it showed the trail on how it thought. And I could also see the proxy view, which is here. This is a demo on how you can integrate these capabilities into your day-to-day lives. And do give it a try. I guess they have a free tier that will allow you to check, that can allow you to try this capability out, unlike OpenAI right now, and it works pretty well. So I'm thinking about use cases. Do share what you additional ideas that you have on how you can use it. I would be, willing to try this out more, and wish you all the good luck in trying this out and uncovering new use cases. And we'll see you again next week. Until then, take good care of yourself and do share your feedback. Thank you so much.